Hello, welcome to Wills RC. Today I noticed quite a few posts on the Facebook pages and things like that. It's people they don't know how to change connectors on their batteries and speed controllers and things like that. When you change a battery connection on a speed controller other than the one it comes provided with, you unfortunately automatically 9 times out of 10 avoid the warranty. So that may be one reason why people aren't doing it. They just want to like build a little junction box between whatever connection is on the speed controller to whatever connection is on the battery. It's quite simple and easy to solder these things together, unless if you don't mind avoiding your warranty. A couple of things that must be taken into account when you're soldering, especially batteries, is if you accidentally touch the two connectors, the two wires together, you will get sparks. And these LiPo batteries, not just these Fluorion ones that I like to use, but pretty much all of them, don't like that. And that's when you start to have problems like they expand and break their cases and puff the cells, and then that's when they start to get dangerous because they could catch fire. I haven't had any problems with that, touch wood. I make sure the batteries are balanced, they're charged slowly with the correct charger, and I don't, as far as I know, I don't don't try to ask too much through the trucks that I run, the crawlers that I've run. And I've got a standard Axial SCX10 and a hybrid between an FTX Outback and a Maverick Scout. I'm not running very high power drains at all, so I find that these batteries do me quite well. I've got, let's have a look, I've got 4 or 5 of these Fluorion ones. I have this one, just one of these. This one is a 45C, which is quite hard discharged, and this is going in my ECX Torment for the brushless power that it's got. Anyway, the reason I'm talking about these batteries is because they disconnect from the battery. These bullet connectors literally just go into the corresponding holes on the battery with the little balance plug in the middle, and they're ready to go. But they are also safer because you can disconnect them from the battery. Hence, if you accidentally touch the wires together, they're not going to short out and you're not going to have a fire. Yeah, so I'm going to show you today how quickly this can be done. I've only done one at the moment. That was on the charging lead. That seemed to go okay. So I thought I'd show everybody else how I do it. I'm no magician, just an ordinary bloke who likes making boring videos on YouTube. So yeah, I'm going to disconnect the Dean's plug, and then we get into soldering a few of these connectors up. So first thing first, cut your Dean's connector off of your wire. If you're doing this with the battery still on the still connected to the LiPo, do not cut both wires together. The act of just cutting them through like that bridges these two together, and that's when you get things like fires and things like that you don't want. So do one wire at a time. I can't stress this enough. This is how fires start, okay? Okay, where'd I put me my standing knife? Here it is, behind you. So all I'm doing, as you've probably seen 1,000 times, is taking the insulation off the wire and twisting it together. I'm going to hold the wire like that and get my soldering iron. Make sure it's nice and clean. Put a bit of solder on your iron, clean it, put a bit of solder on there again, and that helps with heat transfer. Heat transfer is important when you're trying to get solder into wire. What we've just done is tinned the wire. Okay. Again, if you've been watching YouTube videos about how to solder, you're probably laughing your head off around there because I've missed something. And you don't, and you also know what tinning the wire is. Okay. Quite a bit of heat gone into that. So what we do, before we put our shrink wrap on, is cut the insulation off from the other side. I'll twist the wires together just so you don't have any of the stringy bits poking out, like that. Where soldering irons are concerned, the one with the most power, the highest powered one you can get, is the one to have. However, I don't know about my one. All I know is I turn it on, I turn it up to the max and it works. As you can see, that is a tinned wire. Okay. And then the other thing you want to watch is that you put the right connections on with the right for the right wires and everything else like that. So you got your female connector goes to your male connector, just like that. Okay, plus and minus, I normally just follow what's already stamped on it, just because it's easier. So now, a little bit of shrink wrap. Put shrink wrap over there. Why do you need shrink wrap? You need shrink wrap to isolate the chances of the wires touching should they break while in your model. Okay, now then, I also find it best to heat the your connector up and slowly put solder down inside that hole there. So when you put your wire in, you know you're going to have a good contact in there. Seems to be quite a bit in there. There you go, that's pretty much full up now. Minus. Okay, so now we've got to put the wire inside the connector. Okay, and I always use pliers to hold the wire, it gets so warm. Alright, and what we've got to do, I'll stop playing with wires, is heat both of these up together, just like that, and they melt. And while applying firm but gentle pressure so your wire doesn't buckle underneath you. Come on. Oh, some of it's worked, didn't I? It's stuck there. Put some oil, I don't know why, I think it helps with heat transfer. Put a bit of solder on the end of your iron. Here we go, I can see it starting to melt. Blowing your solder. Get stupid wires out of the way, and then your shrink wrap goes over that. You're supposed to use a hot air gun. That's hot, be careful. There you go. Very, very hot. You'd think I'd realise that, wouldn't you? Okay. So now it's just a case of doing the other one. There will be people out there that say, this is not the way you do it, or you shouldn't do it like that because this and this can happen. And although I make videos for YouTube, I also watch videos on YouTube. And I've taken what I think works and put it into what I know works, and this is working for me. Very rarely do I have a solder joint fail or come undone or anything else like that. And if you check the videos that I've put on before, the banger racing was quite hard on the cars with some of the impacts that they had. And none of those solder joints ever come undone, which is either luck or they were soldered okay. So yes, I know it should be red, but it's black. I've run out of red stuff what's it called? I've run out of red shrink wrap. Pair of pliers there. Clean soldering iron. Bit of solder on the soldering iron. Got my shrink wrap there. Hold it up there. Okay, I want to show you without the shrink wrap falling down. Difficult to get hold of these connectors. There we go. Let's try to put it like that. There we go, that's the joint. Take the solder on there. It all seems to be, there we go. Looks okay to me. Be careful, it's still rather warm. Okay, shoulder at the top of the wire. But heat rises. And that's the safest way of changing a connection on a LiPo. I started this video with this battery. Okay, now then, this battery doesn't have the detachable power leads, and it also has, let's have a look if I can read it, 10 gauge wire, which means it's a bit thicker than the other one, and my soldering iron will not get this hot enough, which just tells me that that's just not good enough to solder 10 gauge wire. The one I've just done, he said getting hold of it, not thinking about how hot it is 12 gauge. See that? Oh, come on, focus. It's not that difficult, is it? No, forget it. It's 12 gauge wire, so it's easier to solder, and it's just that little bit thinner. But my soldering iron, I just don't think is up to the job of doing that. So let's have a look. There we go. Puts together a treat. That plugs into your LiPo. That plugs into me iMax 6 BMX, whatever it is. And they're quite tough to separate. And now I have to change the connection on my Quick Run 1060. That's a video for another day. I told you that solder. I hope that's okay. Any questions, just post it below. I'll do my best to get back to you. Thank you all for viewing. Thank you for the new subscribers and all your comments and likes on my video. Me and my family appreciate it greatly. So, wishing you all the best. Take care. Until next time. Bye bye.